Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next episode from me, Avamance, on the Life on Minecraft series. We are just on the edge of the very, very hot desert because we are searching for what is probably the most dangerous animal in all of Minecraft. It's small, it's squeaky, and it wouldn't hurt a fly. At least most of them wouldn't. We're looking at the rabbit. Rabbits are probably the most harmless mob in all of Minecraft, except for one specific type, the killer bunny, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. They have only 3 health points, that's 2 hearts, which means if they sneeze too hard, they'll probably die. And when they do die, they have a 0 to 1 chance of dropping rabbit meat, a 0 to 1 chance of dropping rabbit hide, and a 10% chance of dropping a rabbit's foot if a player kills them. Now, rabbit's meat obviously can go into recipes and can be eaten as normal. Then you've got rabbit hide. 4 bits of rabbit hide will give you 1 piece of leather, so it's not particularly useful. And the rabbit's foot is actually a really useful potion component because you can make potions of leaping out of it, which means you can jump very, very high. It's also a great trading thing because you can trade with clerics for them for emeralds. Rabbits were introduced to the game quite late in the Java 1.8 snapshot of 14W27A in July 2014, and they were in the Pocket Edition and the console versions in 2015. Rabbits spawn naturally in a number of different biomes, all of the taiga variants, all of the snowy variants, and also in deserts, and the biome in which it spawns has a massive effect on what skin the rabbit is going to have. So for example, here in the taiga biome, it has got 50% chance of being a brown rabbit. 1 in every 2 are brown. It's got a 40% chance of being a salt and pepper rabbit, and it has got a 10% chance of being black. If it's in a snowy biome, it's got 80% chance of being white albino and 20% chance of being black and white. If it spawns in a desert, it is always that goldy cream colour. Rabbits come in 6 different types when they spawn naturally in the world. The brown rabbit, the black rabbit, the white albino rabbit, the black and white spotted rabbit, the salt and pepper rabbit, and the gold or cream rabbit. And you can see all 6 different varieties right here. There are 2 other different rabbit skins that we'll talk about in just a moment. Rabbits can be bred using carrots and also dandelions. If you breed a rabbit, each baby has a 47.5% chance of taking up the skin of one of the 2 parents. So if we breed a desert rabbit here, the cream gold rabbit, with a black rabbit, it's just under half a chance to be black or the desert creamy gold colour. There's also an additional 5%, and that 5% is dictated by the biome. So there's a 1 in 20 chance that the rabbit won't take either skin of either parent and become what the biome says it should be. So let's test that out. I'm holding this dandelion now, and these rabbits are very keen. I'm going to breed a black one and a white one. They're bouncing around and they're making a white rabbit, the white rabbit one. I'm going to breed the mottled one and the desert one. They're going to bounce around, and we've got a mottled rabbit. Also works with carrots. We're going to do the salt and pepper one, if I can actually get to it, and the brown one. They bounce around, they're very similar, and we get a baby that is salt and pepper. That's just gorgeous. Now you can feed a baby bunny to speed up the 20 minutes it takes for this bunny to grow from a baby to an adult. Each time you feed it a carrot takes 10% off of the remaining time it has left to grow. So you can speed up the growth quite a lot. There are a couple of special types of rabbit that you can't get naturally spawning in any biome. The first is a rabbit called Toast. So if you get a normal rabbit, any normal rabbit, and pit it with a name tag of Toast, it will automatically become a black Dutch rabbit. Now this is in memoriam of a lost rabbit of a Reddit user that came to one of the game developers at Mojang and said, please remember my lost rabbit. And they did, and they called it Toast. It's actually really cool. However, if you breed Toast, that skin does not get passed on at all. It just takes on either the skin of the previous owner of that rabbit, so whatever that rabbit used to be, or the other parent. The other type of rabbit is a very scary rabbit. It is the killer bunny, and you can only get the killer bunny in Java edition. It is not available in Bedrock, and you can only get it if you summon it. It's like a magic rabbit, and it has come off the back of the Monty Python and the Holy Grail film, where it is the killer rabbit of Caer Bannog. And here, if I summon rabbit 99, I've summoned the new killer bunny, and you can see it looks very different to any other bunny and has got a tag, the killer bunny. Now the killer bunny can get loved up the same as other bunnies. Got to find one that's not been bred yet. I think none of them are ready to breed, unfortunately, at the moment. But the killer bunny will breed as other bunnies do, and there is an equal chance of its baby becoming a killer bunny too. So 47.5% chance that that bunny's son or daughter will also be a killer bunny. We're going to talk about killer bunnies in a little more detail in just a moment. Rabbits have a fairly random movement pattern. They just kind of hop around, happy as Larry, without thinking about very much until they're acted upon by another entity. So for example, they want to be more than 4 blocks away from most mobs. If I put a creeper in here right next to this rabbit, it doesn't like it at all. It runs away. Even though the creeper isn't going to attack it, the rabbit is very nervous of it. Rabbits are also quite nervous of players. If a player gets within 8 blocks of it, it gets a little bit jumpy. You can see there, it's not happy at all. But that makes me twice as scary as a creeper, which is actually quite cool. However, if I hold a dandelion, all of a sudden, it's my friend because it wants to eat it. Rabbits are a natural target for 3 primary mobs. The first is the fox. The fox will jump on it and kill it on sight. The next one is the wolf. And the wolf goes red-eyed and chases that rabbit for all it can see. The rabbit will try to run away because the wolf is within 10 blocks of it. And the last one, rather unsurprisingly, is the cat. The wild cat. Tame cats won't attack rabbits, but wild cats will, and they'll attack them with massive ferocity, generally one hitting them. Rabbits have got a few sounds. In order, they are when they die, when they're hopping around, when they're hurt, and when they're idling, which is just when they're sniffing. We've also got the killer rabbit's attack sounds, which scare the life out of me. What's really quite entertaining is the fact that a rabbit, when on a slime block, can't jump. All it can do is drag its bum around really slowly. That brown one's just moving ever so slightly. I'm going to demonstrate this by holding a carrot. They desperately want the carrot. And look, they're dragging their bottoms across that slime block like their lives depend on it. They want the carrot, but they can't jump on the carrot. They need the carrot. Come to me. Come for the carrot. It's so funny just watching them slide themselves along. They can't exactly run away from any predators this way, can they? But as soon as they get off of that slime block, all of a sudden, their hoppiness returns. They're just both about to start hopping, and there we go. And I shall reward them by giving them a carrot each, and they'll make a little baby. This time, it's a brown one. I promised to talk about the killer rabbit. Now, the killer rabbit is a nod from Mojang to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where the killer rabbit of Caer Bannog was a nasty creature with nasty great pointed teeth that killed people mercilessly by biting off their heads. It was quite vicious. You can bring it into the game, but only by using the summon command like this. It is rabbit type 99, and you can see, looking at it, it's basically an albino rabbit that you would find in the snowy biomes, but its eyes are going horizontally as opposed to vertically, so it looks just that little bit more evil. And it's got the name tag the killer bunny, which is a bit of a giveaway. Now, ordinarily the killer bunny would be quite happy to just hop around, but however, if it comes close to a player within 16 blocks of a player that is in survival, it will attack it mercilessly. And this has an armor value of 8 blocks. That's quite a strong armor, and also can attack you for 8 hearts in one hit. It is very, very strong. So if you can't fight it off, this fella is going to kill you off fairly quickly. I'm going to put myself into survival, and I'm going to see how long it takes for this guy to come and get me. It just needs to see me. Here, it's coming, it's coming. It's not happy. It can see me. Looks like the rabbit had glitched into the block. It's coming for me now, and it moves faster than normal rabbit. It is going to have a right go at me. How long is it going to take for it to kill me? Bang! 4 hearts just like that. Bang! 4 more hearts just like that. And that's me done. However, if there is not a player around and the rabbit would prefer to attack a player, it will actively seek out wolves. So I'm going to put a wolf down here. Now, as a result of it being a rabbit, the wolf is going to want to attack the rabbit. And as a result of the rabbit wanting to attack the wolf, a fight ensues. Often the wolf wins because it is a stronger creature. But let's see what happens. The wolf is on the block. The rabbit is here. The wolf goes towards the rabbit. But the rabbit really took him out. Let's try that again. One wolf. The wolf comes down. It can sniff the rabbit out. The rabbit is a bit glitched into this block. Let's get those blocks out of the way so the rabbit can see what's going on. Rabbit's moving around. It can see the rabbit any minute. And the rabbit, if I get it out of the way, the wolf tries to have a go at the rabbit, and that time the wolf wins. As long as you avoid that killer bunny and perhaps the killer bunny's offspring, you're going to be just fine, because these little animals are as cute as you would like. Look, there's a baby killer bunny there, and it's looking at me really funny. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep making these Life on Minecraft series. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see it in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.